Hello and welcome back to my channel. So you guys, I bring you this interesting video that I found on TikTok, and I'm asking you guys to please watch this video up to the end or watch it at least for 10 minutes. Here's why. The brothers and sisters in this video will be heard more by people with this type of ignorance. The longer you watch this video, the more it will be suggested to more people, and the more it will reach more people, the more people of such ignorance will be, reached. So let's get into this video and then we're going to talk.
It's always pay your debts until the topic of reparations comes up. Have we reached such a privileged point in our society that we have to look into history in order to find things to fix rather than fixing problems that are right in front of us? The reason nobody talks about the debts of reparations is because the people who owe the debts are not alive. Now, y'all don't want to say it, but I'll say it because whatever. I'm white, right? But guess what? I don't owe you anything. I never owned anyone. I don't owe you anything. And nobody will say it, but I don't. Nobody is responsible for the crimes of their ancestors. If that's the case, then every single one of us would owe every single one of us something, because throughout history, every single person, regardless of skin color, has been owned. So what point of history are we going to be focusing on? The last 100 years or the last 200 or 300 or 400? Or maybe we can focus on the future and focus on creating a future where skin color doesn't matter. And I already know I'm going to get called the R word that ends in cis. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, because I'm the one that's going to say I don't owe reparations. But the truth is, the people who think you still need reparations today are the people you should be looking at. They actually think you can't succeed based off of your own merit and that you need help from everybody else in order to succeed in this country. And isn't it ironic that the people who are saying this are the ones who are the most successful in our country? The ones who are saying that you need reparations to succeed when they didn't need them? Shouldn't they be a prime example that success is possible? No. It's because they don't believe that you're as capable as they are. If we want skin color to not have any merit on how much you can contribute to society, then we have to stop putting so much emphasis on it.
First of all, this guy owes his personality to the black women. Let's start with that. The neck popping, the finger pointing, that's a black woman's thing. Let's call that stealing stereotype. And he goes on to say he doesn't owe black people anything because the people that committed slavery are dead. How about giving back that personality first? We shall take the rest later. Let's get into the stitches, guys. Leave your own thoughts in the comment section. I'll leave my own educational video part of this video at the end of this video. Let's get into the stitches.
It's the AAVE for me and the black woman mannerisms. Chandler, nobody asked you for nothing. You are a Botox and filler clan member. Your ignorance is showing. Find your own identity and leave the blackness out of it.
I never owned anyone. I don't owe you anything.
Not one goddamn black person is asking you to pay for nothing, Clark. This conversation ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't know why you seem so obsessed with centering yourself in something that ain't got nothing to do with you. Oh, my bad, I forgot. You're one of them white dudes. Bro, in the conversation that is to be had about reparations for black Americans, ain't no black American actually out here asking white people to do that. No one's asking you to do that. You know why? Because you ain't the issue in all this. And also, let's be more real, you ain't got it. Ain't none of y'all got it. White people don't got that. We understand that. But too often, y'all like to sit here and center yourselves and say, well, we don't have nothing to do with this. We don't have to give anything. We don't own anyone. Then why you keep, okay, you don't own anyone. Great, congratulations. You don't owe anyone anything. But you and I know that's kind of a lie, because all that gesticulation, your verbiage, your vernacular, you owe a debt of thanks to black women and black queer women for basically giving you your identity. So Clark, let's be very clear, man. Hey, bro, just sit in your car, work out, and enjoy your life. Ain't nobody talking about you.
On the last 100 years or
where the hell is my goddamn headset? God damn it. Motherfucker. Damn, I can't get this account, man. The idea to minimize one oppression and one atrocity by equating it to other atrocities is absolutely a white supremacist talking point. I would never in good faith compare the Holocaust and chattel slavery. Furthermore, to talk about everybody owned everybody as if slavery that black people endured in the 14th century is similar to slavery throughout the world is absolutely crazy. Because even if you were to go back to the barbarous period and say, well, the Moors own white people. First of all, shut up. Second of all, there were more black bodies thrown overboard during chattel slavery than the entire people that were enslaved by the Moors. Third of all, the Moorish people enslaved quote-unquote Wahite people based on religion. It had absolutely nothing to do with how they phenotypically presented in society. The transatlantic slave trade created so much wealth that it created capitalism. There were 12.5 million black bodies transported to the Americas and Central America. And even after the transatlantic slave trade ended, they found that it was more profitable, instead of importing slaves, to breed them. Yeah. Chattel slavery is a lifetime. They passed hereditary laws, anti-miscegenation laws, slave patrol laws, all these things to institute the enslavement and imprisonment of black bodies. By far the worst perversion of racism the world has ever seen. And this is just one aspect of white supremacy. So to say that the oppression of black people is solely linked to chattel slavery is absolutely asinine. Capitalism was built on the backs of free labor. The patriarchy and every system in our society was built on anti-blackness and anti-indigeneity. Like, they gotta stop with these white supremacist talking points. This is too easy.
I already know I'm gonna get called the R word that ends in cis.
Do you know that people actually don't think that you're racist if you just don't act like a racist? But I mean, if you're confused and wondering why people keep thinking that you are that, there's about 3 main reasons in your video that we could point to. Let's address those.
The reason nobody talks about the debts of reparations is because the people who owe the debts are not alive.
So point number 1, you were close. The reason that they don't talk about reparations right now isn't because all of the people who owe reparations are dead. It's because everyone who's owed reparations are still alive. This aside, though, they want reimbursement from actual government entities, not from you. Like, no one's expecting you to pay for reparations, dude. Like, come on.
Every single person, regardless of skin color, has been owned. So what point of history are we going to be focusing on? The last 100 years, or the last 200, or 300, or 400? Or maybe we can focus on the future and focus on creating a future where skin color doesn't matter.
You focus on the parts of history that are still relevant today. That's how history works. Are you under the impression that all of history are just like these random actions that are completely devoid of any consequences down the line? Like, do you not understand that you were just living on decisions compounded over the course of thousands of years right now? The past only stops being relevant when its repercussions are not felt directly anymore. So if you're talking about something like this, where people are still feeling the effects of it, it's still a relevant conversation to have, and that's a really just stupid argument to make.
Who think you still need reparations today are the people you should be looking at. They actually think you can't succeed based off of your own merit and that you need help from everybody else in order to succeed in this country.
Your third point was just disingenuous. That's not what anybody who's advocating for reparations is saying, like, literally at all. People that are advocating for reparations are advocating for people having the resources necessary for them to make it on their own merit. Whether or not you advocate for or against reparations, at the end of the day, it is a conversation about resources, not execution. Reparations is about resources and the resources that people have access to. It is not about the ability that people have to execute with the resources that they presently have, and trying to equate both of these arguments together is not only disingenuous, but it's just really stupid, because anybody who has studied even remotely like 3 seconds into either one of these arguments would have been able to tell you that. Like, you're getting all of these stupid responses from people because you were saying things that don't make sense.
I'm white, right? But guess what? I don't owe you anything.
I think at this point in the game, I would be the fool for trying to argue with a white man about why black people are owed reparations. I think they know that, and they're not stupid in that way. They're just willfully obtuse. Meanwhile, his whole fucking personality is a black woman stereotype. This is why I say, listen, lie to somebody else. Keep lying to yourself. Keep lying to other people, but don't try to lie to me, and don't try to play in my face. Y'all ain't gonna say it. Y'all ain't. Where'd that come from? Because I know for a fucking fact, your fucking aunties and your fucking, or your aunts, because that's what they say, and your fucking granny and your mom didn't talk like that. So he either picked that up from some black queer men, or he picked it up from black women. Either way, we know where it came from. You're gonna map your whole personality behind a stereotype of our likeness as black women while you go on a very racially charged rant about why black people don't deserve reparations, or in short, why you don't think we should get it, or why you don't want to pay for it, as if somebody drafted your bank account for anything. Like, don't play in my face while you're trying to pretend to be me. Like go play in somebody else's face. Go play in these little white bitches' face who like being, and this is why I don't fuck with queer white people, just because they're queer and they want to compare their queerness to blackness or compare their white queerness to black queerness. Baby, we ain't the same. And this is precisely why. Because too many white queer people hold these very racially charged racist views while trying to mimic the people that like, get it together. Get it together. Go talk like a fucking Valley girl or whatever the fuck. Go talk like one of them. Why the fuck are you doing all of this and trying to mimic a black woman when you obviously have some kind of ill feelings towards black women and black people? Get your shit together.
But guess what? I don't owe you anything.
Let me tell you something, homeboy. The people that you are placating for, the hetero white male group of this society, the people that you just kind of blend in with, they don't mean you no good. You are a gay white male in this country. And I'll let you in on a little fact. More black people vote for your right to be a gay white male in this country than the white men you're trying to protect right now. Just remember that.
Thing. And nobody will say it, but I don't. Because I'm the one that's gonna say I don't owe reparations.
We not asking you, little white man, okay? We not asking, you know why? Because we know you ain't got it, okay? I don't know what this white thing did to y'all. It's really got y'all confused since 1876 to think that we would think to come to ask your ass for fucking reparations. How can you afford that? You can't. Why would we ask you for shit? I'm really stuck in Narnia thinking you ass land when we are fully aware economically you about 2 paychecks away from being an alley cat, okay? So you can play this shiny bicentennial man pretend broke baddie on the internet all you want to highlight yourself to make us think that you got shit because you go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and you got your little Bath and Body Works, so you playing for everybody like you are somebody that we should talk to. We have nothing to say to you or ask for you. First of all, even if I wanted that shit, I wouldn't ask you, boo. I tell you right now, the motherfuckers that we is talking to don't shop at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. The place that they shop, you ain't got no name to. We are fully aware economically. Like I said, you about 2 paychecks away from taking them threads, whatever number they are, off your bed and running them right into your vehicle for you to rest your head. So black people not coming to you asking you for reparations, which by the way, it's not just in the form of a paycheck or monetary. It also comes in the form of education and housing. The housing, by the way, as you are in an apartment, you ain't got no land. So why the fuck do you think a group of people would come to you and ask you for shit? Is your name Janet? It's not. We talking to Janet, okay? The same motherfuckers has got their boot on your neck that you are comfortably receiving. Maybe you like that. I don't know. But as somebody that does not like to reside in Narnia, who knows beavers more than you do, I can let you know right now, beavers can't talk. You're gonna have to walk your way through that wardrobe into reality and observe your positioning in this economy. Know for a fact, positioning in this economy, that this white label that they plastered on you got you a little bit confused, so they can convince you that you ain't getting screwed too. And maybe your quietness might give you a little KY. Maybe your quietness and identity might give you a little KY for that lag. But I want you to know, nonetheless, you still getting played. But please check break. Please check break and Narnia reverse that your ass through the cobwebs of that wardrobe and bring your ass out of Narnia back to reality. While that white privilege might yield you shield from certain negative effects, don't get it cooked up in your head. Understanding of class, they also stepping on your ass, okay? So no, black people not coming to you guys, white people, to ask y'all for shit, because we are fully aware, number one, economically, you guys are falling out of middle class faster than anything I'd have never seen. Economically, that you guys collectively are falling out of middle class faster than anything that I'd have never seen. Thank you, Tammy, for that, okay? Y'all causing a fucking avalanche. So please step yourself down from that pedestal that they got you confused to think that you own, and know your place and know your role. Your role right now is to and be the overseer that you are. Move the fuck out the way, because we talking to Massa and Massa House. We talking to Massa and Massa House, and that is not you, boo. And that is not you, boo. Don't ever get it.
Okay, so let's get educational on this. First of all, we're gonna define what debt is. So debt is something that is typically money that is owned or due. What is the executor? Please, we are trying to get to the bottom of this, so let's get educational. The executor, that is the person named in a will to carry out what it says after the person's death, is responsible for settling the deceased person's debts. If there is no will, the court may appoint an administrator, personal representative, or universal successor and give them the power to settle the affairs of the estate. What is a universal successor, you may ask? A person who succeeds to the totality of the rights and duties of a deceased person. By contrast, a singular successor, for example, a purchaser acquires the right only to a particular title, for example, ownership of a plot of land. Okay, so after all those definitions and my understandings of reparations, you do not need to be, necessarily alive for someone to do what is right. and they say Africans are behind. Read some books, man, and Google is free. You guys let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.